Check it out. Check it out. Check it out. Check it out.
Welcome to the low end, where we bash, talk trash, and talk about everything that happens in the hip hop world. This is your boy Big Ron. This is my guy Damaris. And man, today, man, we talking about some kind of legit stuff, man. Jay-Z, Black Album. I mean, like Black, you get it, Black Album. But Black Album, it hit 10 today.
10 years old.
10 years old. And not today, but you get what I'm saying. A few days back. What was the actual date?
November 14th, 2003.
November 14th, 2003. Wow. And that's a classic album. Just to let y'all know. We got public service announcement.
Yeah.
We got Lucifer. We got a lot of different tracks on the Black Album. And just to talk about today, we wanted to talk about the Black Album. So the marriage, man, how do you feel about the Black Album, man? And what did it do for you?
Man, first of all, I was 10 when that album came out, so I really didn't. But Jay-Z had a lot of hits on that album. It became, had 99 Problems, which was like a big summer hit. Change Clothes, which played a lot. Dirt Off Your Shoulder. And this was a big deal because, I knew that Jay-Z was supposed to retire after this album. It was legit his last album.
Yeah.
And so, it was definitely a big thing. I just remember my mom used to play it a lot when I was a kid. And it was actually the first album I actually owned. And so, to see it turn 10 is just crazy, considering that, wow, where'd the time go? He just released Magna Carta Holy Grail, a couple of months ago, which is 10 years after. So, it's just like, wow, he's still doing this. And 10 years ago, he said he was going to retire.
Oh, yeah. And
now we're here, you know what I'm saying? And I think, it's his third best album, right after Blueprint and Reasonable Doubt. So, to see it turn 10, I think it's something worth celebrating.
Oh yeah, it is it's definitely something worth celebrating. The Black Album was, I was 11, I wasn't too much older than you.
Yeah.
So, and I wasn't allowed to, actually listen to hip hop in my household. So, that was one of the albums, I just had to sneak and talk, and go listen to because all my friends were talking about it. And, 99 Problems, that's what everybody was talking about. I got 99 Problems, but I ain't one.
Yeah, couldn't even
So, yeah. But man, it was definitely a classic album. One that got me hooked on hip hop. Jay-Z, everybody was like, oh, this man is amazing. This dude is great.
Yeah.
And I really didn't know too much about him at the time. So I'm like, man, let me go check this man out. For that, and the Black Album was my first album that I really listened to off, from Jay-Z. So, from listening to 99 Problems and I went to listen to Lucifer.
Lucifer was the song.
Lucifer was that hit for me. That really got me to oh, this dude is real sick. Oh, yeah, I got it. So
it is funny that you bring it up because it's funny that that song impacted us when we were younger. Because that's what Kanye was going for when I read the article on Fader that celebrated the 10th anniversary of the Black Album. And according to one of the producers that helped contribute to the album, he said Kanye was trying to make something for kids in the hood. You know what I'm saying? For a kid in the car that listened to this, it was a song for a kid to bob his head to. Just because that high pitched sample. And I just remember it was wow, man, I was definitely one of those kids that was impacted by this song.
You know what? I have to say, one of his best songs on that album. You know what I'm saying? I'm just going to start off with the lyrics. This is a public service announcement.
Oh, man.
Sponsored by Just Blaze and a few folks from Rockefeller Records. Who don't know that? Once I see that, it goes down.
It was explosive.
It shuts down.
And going off that same article, that song was actually the last song to go on the album. They already put press copies. They were already about to manufacture the CD, and Just Blaze made this beat, and he was like, "Yo, Jay, we gotta halt everything. You need to do this song." And 2 months later, he performed that song. People just knew the words to it, man.
Man, I know every word.
Record.
My name is Hove, H to the O-V.
I used to sell dope straight up by the O-V.
And that even back then, you should call me CEO of the ROC. Hove, Rockefeller Rock. Y'all get it? I mean, that was a clever play on words, and
Exactly.
then everybody knew every word to the hit.
Exactly.
So I mean,
it's timeless, man. I feel like if we listen to it right now, it would definitely be, it would definitely be as if we just listened to it for the first time. Like that was definitely a great exit record. Like if Jay-Z were to retire off of that album, that song would have been the main reason why Black Album would be worth talking about right now.
yeah. I mean,
Track 9, man.
all I gotta say is, man, shout out to Jay-Z, man. Black Album turning 10 years old. This is one heck of a celebration, man.
Yeah.
So, from all his albums, consecutively, I mean, all of them, I say all of them are great albums. Maybe Blueprint 3 is the one that I throw out.
And Blueprint 2 too.
But you had a lot of different albums that I can say were classics. But the Black Album has to be
It's up there.
for me.
It is up there.
So man, congrats to Jay-Z, man. Congrats for you to stay in the game for this long.
Much deserved.
You know what? I kind of want to talk about how Jay-Z has evolved over a period of time. Because as you can tell, like he was always talking about how he sell crack and how he was in that dope game. But over a period of time, I have to say, like from like Blueprint 2, Blueprint 3, American Gangster, there's different things that he did where he just kind of branched out. Like, what would you say, like, how is his rap game and how has his rap style evolved over time?
Well, it's just basically, it's evolved whatever territory that he was in at the time. Like Reasonable Doubt, he was talking about, selling drugs in the streets because at the time, that's what he knew. That's what he knew. He was hungry, he needed something. And so he was like, yo, let me go ahead and tell these people my story. Let me establish this story. And like with the volumes, that's when he was becoming big. He was getting bigger. He was, a little money in his pocket. He got the deal with Def Jam.
Yeah.
And it was just about, just celebrating the fact that, yo, man, I'm eating now.
I can make it.
You know what I'm saying? And like with going back to the Black Album, when he was about to retire, I was like, yo, I've so many doors have been open to me. I've done business deals. I've been rocking suits.
Yeah.
I'm meeting people that are making 7 to 8 figures.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm having that conversation with them, so I'm able to talk about that stuff. And, it just goes on. With Kingdom Come, it was comfortable. 30 something. That song 30 something on Kingdom Come was just about him growing up. It's like I ain't gotta sell. I ain't gotta talk about selling drugs all the time. Y'all can do that. That's cool and all, but hey, this is me right now. I'm chilling. You know what I'm saying? Got the hottest bitch in the game wearing my chain. I got, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm making more money than I've ever made. You know what I'm saying? I went from doing this to doing this. And right now, I'm sitting here. And, I'm making music for fun now.
Yeah.
And so I can tell that, the style's definitely changed for whatever territory it was in.
I mean, to me, no disrespect to Jay-Z, but I feel like his rap style, his rap, everything that he raps about now is just pretty much just bragging.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he went from, oh man, I can't make it to like, you can't stop me.
Right.
So, I don't know, man. My personal opinion about Jay-Z is that, man, I don't think he should retire. Not yet, because I still need that throne too.
Throne 2?
I still need the
I
throne
don't even
too.
know, man.
But, however, I still feel as if Jay-Z has like at least 2 more albums in him.
More?
At least 2 more. Magna Carta, Holy Grail, you can't end your career off like that.
I feel like when he released that Dead Presidents 3, he could have ended his career like that.
No, he's not. Dead Presidents 2.
That song was so perfect, man.
And to be honest, man, I just feel as if J. Cole is that new Jay-Z. So J. Cole will be the Jay-Z of like these guys that's 11 now of our time. Like, who was this guy named J. Cole? Because you gotta remember, we had to blow up, to come up. You know what I'm saying? He had these different mixtapes
He
that
was
he
hungry.
came out.
He was hungry once upon a time.
Oh yeah, he was super hungry.
And right now I'd say he is at the volume 1 in my lifetime era Jay-Z, if that's the case.
Yeah, and you have to give it to him. So, at this point, I feel like Jay-Z's rap style and what I'm saying, and his and what he does for the rap game has transitioned to J. Cole, and I feel like that's why he signed him. Because like even on one of the tracks, man, I can't think of the name of the track right now, but it talks about how J. Cole was like eating some Fruit Loops and Apple Jacks actually, and he was like, man, this dude want to take my spot, but I'm gonna sign him though. That was Jay-Z said, but I'm gonna sign him though. I don't want no problems. So you know what I'm saying? It just like that right there just was telling me that, hey, Jay-Z passing down the torch.
Yeah.
So shout out to J. Cole, by the way. Shout out to Jay-Z, man. And that's all I got to say, man. It's pretty much J. Cole's era.
I mean, I don't want to pass that torch to J. Cole.
Yeah.
But I can definitely see him being in that conversation. I can definitely see him being in that conversation. Well, you know, since we are talking about albums, we want to go ahead and transition. The year is about to come into a close.
Yeah.
And there's been a lot of crazy releases. And I mean, we've actually talked about this the first time.
Yeah.
And so now it's just like, now that the year is about to come into a close, and since we are on the subject of an album, so what are you thinking of for rap albums of the year, man? I mean, let's go ahead and start that pool. And then we gotta come back. We gotta come back next week.
Let's just start it off. You know what I'm saying? You know my guy Mad's out here.
Yeah.
You know.
Oh yeah, man. He's got occupation to attend to.
Yeah, but you know what?
Shout out to Matt though.
But you know what? It's always a nigga missing. It's always a nigga missing. Damaris, man, it's gonna be me in a minute.
Oh, dude, no.
I'm just gonna be missing. And be like, I got something to do. But anyway, rap album of the year.
Yeah.
Honestly, this year. Whew.
I mean, you can just let's put them.
I'm just gonna
start that pool, man.
All right.
There's gotta be a top 5.
Okay, top 5.
No. I mean,
it has to be a top 5.
Let's just start a pool. Let's just throw some albums in there. What deserves to be here now? What you got? What you got for me, man?
What I got for you?
What you got?
All right. So you know, I can't leave out Born Sinner.
Okay.
Born Sinner was a classic album for me. Forbidden Fruit, he had like a different Critic Smile, Power Trip, Trouble, Illuminati. He had a lot of different tracks on this CD that I say were awesome tracks. So J. Cole, Born Sinner. And then you have, like just talked about, Jay-Z. You know, don't bring him in it. Magna Carta Holy Grail is in there.
That's a big record.
It's a big record. So I can't sleep on him.
Okay.
It's Kendrick Lamar considered last year or this year?
You gotta put it in last year, man.
That's good. That's all I'm talking
That was
about.
October. So, that was last year. You gotta put him in that conversation this year.
This makes it a lot easier.
It makes it a lot easier.
It makes it a lot easier.
Low end wasn't existing that year.
It really wasn't.
Otherwise, we'd be fighting right now.
Meek Mills. Whew, this is hard.
That came out last year, right?
Came out last year?
Yeah. It came out Halloween.
So I still want to include.
Because I mean, Dream Chasers 3 came out this year. So,
I'm still including them. Meek Mills.
Is that big of a record?
It's that big of a record. I gotta give it to him.
You gonna put that record in there?
I gotta throw that record in there. I want to throw Yeezus in there, but I feel like Yeezus was so trash to me.
Honestly, I would put Yeezus in that pool though. I feel like it was definitely a challenging release. I do hate that song "I Am a God." Like if that song ruined the album for me, just because of the whole vibe of the song was just sonically horrible, and that scream at the end it just ruined it. Oh my god. By the way, shout out to Luke Dietz, who did the response video to our last episode. He actually made a loose reference to the Kanye scream at the end of "I Am a God." It was a very humorous take. You might want to check that out because that's how horrible the scream is. I totally agree with that. But Yeezus, I definitely can see going in that pool because it definitely was a standout release. So I'll throw it in there. You know, I don't know if I put it in top, but I definitely see that being in that conversation. So what else, man?
And then Wale
Gifted.
All right, listen, hear me out.
Okay.
I might slow out and I might talk bad about Wale. No, I don't like Clappers.
Fuck Clappers.
I hate that song. And yes, I do feel like he sold out, but Golden Salvation, that song he got with Meek Mill, he has what? Love Hate love hate thing.
He does have some pretty solid records.
He has a lot of solid records. So,
but I'm just like, I don't know, man.
his substance says more than his album. Wale's in that list.
Okay. That's definitely on that apple.
So I'm gonna say Meek Mill's in there.
Can't believe you were putting the last year album in there.
I can't put Kendrick Lamar in there because he's overly talked about, and that was last year.
Yeah, it was last year.
But Meek Mill deserves some shine, and you know, in my book, he deserved that shine. So Meek Mill, Wale, J. Cole, Jay-Z, and I guess Kanye.
Yeah. Alright. I don't really have a top 5 yet. Definitely gonna put that in. I'm definitely gonna have to put some thought into this list. But here are some releases that I know. First of all, I already can tell you that the top spot is Nothing Was the Same by Drake. Yes, Nothing Was the Same by Drake. Don't act like you don't know. Don't act like you don't know. Nothing Was the Same by Drake. You cannot put Wale Gifted or Meek Mill in there without putting Nothing Was the Same by Drake.
And let me tell you what.
Doors by.
Now hold on, let me tell you what I think about that. Drake, no disrespect, man. I loved your album, man, but I am not a fan.
Damn.
You are
I'm not a fan
too in tune with your feelings.
But who is not?
If I didn't know no better, I thought you was gay. So, you know what I'm saying? And that's not saying we can't have a gay rapper. I'm just saying that gay rapper shouldn't be you. So, with that being said,
What?
I'm not gonna put you in my top 5.
Damn. But
You had a lot of hits though. I be bumping it, man.
You can't.
Let me just say that.
Like the Sonics of that album, you mean to tell me you wouldn't put that in there?
But let me finish, because you know what I'm saying. I got a lot of emotions built up right now. You came to my hometown, right down my street,
man.
and didn't even send me an email, like a message, or like, man, I'm finna be in front of Jack Purtle. It might come holler at me real quick. You little bastard.
Oh shit. You want to get shot?
I mean, if you want to come shoot me, I got shot by gay Drake.
No.
I'm pretty sure I stay alive.
He didn't want to get shot. He didn't want to say that he was going to Memphis because he knew
He could have hollered at me.
He knew that this shit was going to be
He went
explosive.
down Bill Street. He did. He chilled out with all the street performers. Shoot, I say I'm
That's
middle
Bill
class.
Street. That's where the white people are.
He could have messed with me.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm not putting him in my top 5
Okay.
for these various reasons.
Petty reasons.
Petty reasons.
Very petty
Okay,
reasons.
yeah. But on it, worst behavior,
Yes.
the language.
Yes.
I can go on and say how many tracks you
The
had.
furthest thing, I mean,
You had a lot of different tracks. So
even from time, you know, even his less hip hop album songs were great. Like you couldn't tell me the structure of that album is not top 5 material.
don't think about it too much. Don't think about it too much, Damaris. Look, not top 5. Well, not my top 5.
Ah,
And that's it.
you put Gifted in there, but you don't put Nothing Was the Same in there.
I'd rather
You put
say.
Born Sinner in there, and you didn't put Nothing Was the Same in there.
I'd
Trash.
rather have Shawty got a big old butt. Oh, girl.
You fired.
Hey, it is what it is.
All right, another album I'll put in there, Doris by Earl Sweatshirt. Yes, that was definitely a great album. Definitely a great album. Had that raw appeal. It was pretty reminiscent of, you know, what Illmatic was. Not like Illmatic, but definitely had that raw appeal. You couldn't act like Earl is not what's going on right now.
Earl is what's up, man. Earl is like one of
Earl
those
is a great
underground
rapper.
rappers that nobody.
No, yeah, he's a great rapper.
He's a great rapper. That,
And
you know
the
what I'm
beats
saying?
were outstanding.
But we talking about album of the year.
Album of the year.
Album of the year.
One of the albums of the year. That's definitely.
If we was on MTV right now,
Yes.
I'm sure
That would be
I'm
mentioned.
sure
That would be
that'd be
mentioned.
one of the last ones mentioned. It'd be
No.
late in the list. Maybe like eight.
I don't think the Gifted will be
list.
mentioned at all.
Ah. Ah.
I'm just saying, you put the Gifted in there.
Ah.
Yes.
What?
Yes, man.
Are you serious?
We're talking about albums of the year because of the quality of the record.
Okay, quality of the
The
records.
quality of Doris was definitely always the quality of the Gifted.
Earl
And Born
Sweatshirt,
Sinner.
yes, he has some bars. Okay, who down? But Wale's metaphorical structure would be better than Earl Sweatshirt.
Wale
you
had-
have to say that.
Wale had clappers on there. And I
What?
can't,
Okay.
I can't, nope.
He had one throw out song.
Nah, he probably had he had a couple.
Oh my goodness.
Nah. I can't put the Gifted in there, man.
You know what?
Do it.
You know what?
I don't even like the cover to the Gifted, man. I hate the cover.
You know what? To each his own. Continue.
Judge an album by its cover.
Continue.
Alright. Another one. Old by Danny Brown.
That's a good album.
Old by Danny Brown was definitely a great album.
That's good.
That's going to be one of those under the radar albums, but every time Danny Brown releases something, it's definitely going to be in that pull for album of the year.
Okay.
When Triple X came out, that was considered the best album of 2011.
I guess.
Now, I think Old was definitely some growth in that, especially with Sonics, especially with the lyrics. The lyrics were a lot more mature.
Okay.
And I could see that being in there.
I give you that.
I might put Yeezus in there. You put Yeezus in there. I'll put Yeezus in that pool though. Just because, yo, it was one of the biggest challenging hip hop albums in there.
Okay, that's 4.
It's 4.
That's 4.
I mean, that's not my top 5.
I'm just saying.
This is no particular order.
I'm just saying.
I'm just throwing these albums in the pool for discussion.
Okay, for discussion.
These are albums worth discussing.
Just discuss.
For our top 5.
Before I talk, we need to make a top 10 because I am really frustrated at you right now. I'm just gonna tell you, I'm a little bit frustrated.
You're a little frustrated.
Just a little.
You're a little mad.
I'm not mad.
I'm frustrated.
You my guy. You my guy. You know what I'm saying? I respect your opinion.
I mean, I respect yours too, man. Like,
whew, Jesus.
We gotta put these albums in there because Yeezus is definitely in that conversation. Magna Carta Holy Grail, definitely in that conversation.
Thank you.
But I wouldn't put that in the top spot.
You did not mention Born Sinner.
Nope.
You did not mention The Gifted.
Nope. Hell no.
But you say Drake deserved that much credit?
Yes.
Drake. Out of all the guys that you're gonna mention.
Yes.
Drake.
Yes. That was a great album. I've never felt strong about an album, especially a Drake album, until I heard Nothing Was the Same. Just like the dynamics of that album is the reason why it deserves the credit that I'm giving it right now. I feel like there's just more to it than what you said about it.
Wow. Well, I can't disagree with him. I just can't.
I mean, and I ride in your whoop sometimes, and you be having them songs on full blast. I mean, I know you're not a fan. I'm not an avid Drake fan neither. There are a lot of guys that are big Drake fans.
Yeah.
But hey, Nothing Was the Same was a great album, and I gotta put that in there. It deserves to be in that top. It deserves to be a top.
Alright, so this is what I'm saying. Drake, you deserve it. You're still gay. Still soft. Still don't like you.
Hey man, we ain't homophobic here at the low end.
You right. You know what I'm saying? No homo. Drake album.
Pause.
Deserved it. So, but there you have it, folks, man. Another episode of The Low End where we talk trash, bash, and also just talked about every informative. Well, I mean, I kind of messed it up, but everything that's going on with The Low End.
Matthew's not here. Shout out to Matthew. And what he would say is, hip hop world is forever spinning. But hey, man, we need to be above. We need to stay above the ground. Just come to the low end. All right.
Tune in next week where we definitely elaborate on
our picks
the album
for album of the year.
See y'all guys next time.
If Ron is here, if all 3 of us should be here.
Well, I'm gonna be here.
I'm gonna be here.
I'm gonna discuss how trash Drake is and what we need to do to fix that. So,
too much, man.
Until next time, subscribe.
Yeah. Yeah.